Okay, hello everybody. Hello there, welcome to my channel at Twitch TV. This is going to be a special stream. Not very long, but I want mainly to show some new things which are coming to the game in the future. And do some testing, of course. It's quite late and I think no too many people can join this, but does not matter too much for now. So if you look at the screen carefully, then you can see the version of the game I am running now, and I have permission to show this. It's not that it's something that has leaked. I just have the latest version of the game, which is not available for internal testers yet, but it is available for the closest cooperators or some. So I want to do some tests. I can showcase some things. So here I have my latest save, and I want to test what will happen if I try to load that in the new version. It can crash, it can maybe not work, and there will be new things, of course. Many people were asking for them, and there are some surprises probably too. But here we are. So running the last version. One thing I want to check is yes, Bauxite is available. Great, I was concerned if that will work. But Bauxite is available on the map, so that's one thing. I was concerned if that will work. But mainly I play the default map, so there is some bauxite deposit here, and then I saw some bauxite deposit somewhere. Let's see, bauxite deposit. Yeah, it is also here, and it's much further from my town than I was expecting it to be. That's great. So what is the city? Oh, there are city names too. Great. So that's something. We have no music playing. So I was testing this yesterday. And we need to. So we have new sounds. New UI, new 3D sounds. You can hear music is the same, but it is not working very well. So yeah, we can turn the music on too. So you can hear new sounds when clicking. Nothing new there. There is. You can hear the wind too. So the good news is that this works well then. Next new thing we have is we have dry bulk storage, and then bulk road station and bulk railway dry bulk loading unloading. That's for aluminum powder to be loaded and stored, and this is dry bulk conveyor, dry bulk engine transfer. That's new. Then what do we have here? Nothing new there. Yeah, there are some, that's all just standard giveaway. And here we have planes. And I was trying how this can work. So basically I can auto build some stuff. I have enough money for that. Just to show how it is. So we currently have some planes. Then there are the new tourist related things available too. There is nothing new here. Nothing new here, but here we have a tourist related three kinds of hotels. And that is what I meant by music. It just does not work. Somehow there is something wrong with it, or we don't have the tracks for music there available in the files. There is the small hotel 2-star, city hotel 4-star, and mountain hotel 3-star. Then here we have the buildings which were created by community members, modders, and sent to the contest. So there is the indoor pool from Karantuki, Gallery of Art, Carousel, Autodrome, and the surprise, I think those are from Mother NATO, and then National Prizing Museum, I don't know the view. I think these these side towers, that carousel, and then the Palace of Communism are the winners. And that was... oh, I should open the site and it would be better just to open the site and do not try to remember what was there. So the winner of the competition was Painkiller Lexer, and his buildings are here in game too, and we can showcase them. So his building, one of his buildings is the Palace of Communism, and then these two sightseeing side towers, and then the Ferris wheel. And then we have the second place, which was Nix's, and that his buildings are this cafe, bar, which will be for beach, used as cheap beach bar, then the panorama restaurant, and then the Museum of Republic. So those are the second place, and then we have the third place, which are I mentioned indoor pool and Gallery of Art from Karantuki. And the Museum of Slovak Uprising was made by Benzo, and that is here, this one. Benzo 54. Cafe Pearl was made by Princess C, and that is this one. Then there are those buildings that Carousel, Autodrome, and Surprise from Mother NATO, and there is also a zoo. It is made by Dimdrol and Pyramid Museum. I like that too. That is made by Blue Bro. So that's basically what is included in this. So we have some changes in grouping. So we have these are the same, but here we have metallurgy group, iron mine, iron processing, steel mill, bauxite mine, bauxite processing, aluminium plant and aluminium plant. Oh, alumina. Aha. That's new. Yeah. Large aggregate storages, those dry bulk storages here, various industry, nothing new there. Except there is one thing here when we get into engineering industry, there is nothing new there. But in engineering industry there is airplane production line. So that means that we can make planes, but we need resources for that. And trust me, the price of those planes is quite huge. I mean in work days. And of course we can make space vehicles, containers, we can make an airport or two finally. And I was already considering how can we use an airport in our game and if it really has some place. So the question is if we are going to make some tourist destination. Oh, we are going. And mainly I wanted to test what will happen if I transfer my save into the latest test version. There was serious stuttering there, that's happening. And the interesting thing is that I see the frames. Interesting, I see the frames even I'm not running the game through Steam. Yeah. That was interesting. How did you get there? Again, that's nothing special. So let's have a look at the metallurgy. So we can have half a ton of raw bauxite per worker in the bauxite mine if it is 100%. And that means that at best we have 225 tons of bauxite per mine, and one bauxite processing plant can process 125 tons. Am I right? Yes, I am. So that means that one good bauxite mine can feed 2 bauxite processing plants. And we have 75 tons of bauxite, which can be converted using coal and chemicals into 33 tons of aluminium oxide. And it's a lot of workers there. And the consumption is high. That's, let's be honest, that's high, but we can have 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, so you can go basically 1, 1, 1, and the aluminum plant, there is again a huge consumption of chemicals. Oh, that's a lot of chemicals needed, so you need 5.5 tons of chemicals here and 7 tons of chemicals here. That's 33 and that's 52. And there's 350 workers. Oh. So you need basically 2 of these. 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these to feed 1 of these. So let's say we need 17 tons of chemicals per workday at full capacity, roughly. That's just to compare that to the other industry which consumes a lot of chemicals. We are at uranium, and then a uranium conversion plant consumes only 0.21 tons of chemicals. And the nuclear fuel fabrication 0.75, so you are fine with few tons of chemicals. And if you look at how much, I have 3 chemical plants here which can produce at most 1.5 ton of chemicals. You need more than 10 of these facilities to run your aluminium industry. That's expensive. Wow, that's super expensive. Like steel is expensive, but not so much expensive as this. So let's go back and see how much coal is needed. There is no coal required. There is 29 tons of coal required for that, and then there is nothing extraordinary. And max wattage is 1025 kilowatts. That's not so bad. That means you can run the aluminium plant. How much is there? That's... Aha! That's something. Just look at that. It has 5 times the power consumption of the steel mill. Wow. 5 times. Somewhat disproportionate in my opinion. That consumes 5 times. The circuit breaker is 1025. Interesting. Interesting, quite interesting. So the circuit breaker is quite a bit higher. Max power consumption per... Why is that 51 and that's... Okay. It's not, it's a double. I'd say it's double. And it can produce 28 tons of aluminium per day. But at such a cost, like 30 chemical plants. That's insane. To run 30 chemical plants just to get enough chemicals for that aluminium processing. So that is something serious to plan. I mean, it's something advanced. Really advanced. But at least I'm glad that my map works really well in this case. So probably we will quit now this and go for an empty map and build something just for fun to show it. And why is this? Probably I did not. I have not done this. Okay. There is signaling needed to be done. Here we have some frame drops. I would say quite significant frame drops to 10 FPS. Okay. Nice significant frame drops. It can be due to that amount of pipes in the area. There are lots of pipes, and those can cause the drop. But it can happen due to something else too. Okay. Another thing worth mentioning is that in engineering industry, the train production line was fixed, and now you can build ER1 and ER2 train sets because the track was changed and it is on the longer side of the building, not the shorter side. So that means you can build now any kind of trains in this facility. It just will take a while to bring all the resources in and the workforce, etc. So what to do next? We have an auto sale, doesn't matter too much, but I don't like that frame drop. And I need something to have there just to see those frames. So that seems that I have constantly lower frames for some reason. But it can be also because I have different quality settings. I just went for the very high and that can cause the frames to drop, so it's more the optimization issue. Yeah, because usually I go to 20, not 10. So this is much worse. Okay, so let's quit to menu and let's have a fast check of the settings here. What is different? Okay, so let's get out for a brief moment because I need the launcher. And what do I have? Very cloud detail is normal. Grass detail is normal. Yeah, that should be caused by that, yes. So let's relaunch the game and this. Okay, grass. Okay. Hey. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, let's go. Let's have some planes. So, do we have the proper? Yes, we have. And we are not going to load. But we are going to launch a new game and I'm not going for. Or just for fun. Shall we use the populated map? I've never done that too much, so overall difficulty is we are going for unlimited money because we are going to do some testing. We need energy management, day-night cycle, season, summer, winter. Building fires can be normal. Oh, what? What? You can enable that? What? Okay, interesting. Pollution enable. Vehicles available, all available, complex. Okay, wait a minute. That's something new. I was not expecting that. Okay, let's launch. Let's see. Probably there is nothing what will affect us currently in game. But I have something at least. So what are we going to do? We are going to find a good spot to start. A good town to build an airport in. Or next to it. This seems to be a good one. Yeah, but I don't like to upgrade all these roads. That's what I don't like. Okay. That's something I don't like to do. Okay, I'm not going to do this. Just, I don't like that idea. So going for that one. At that. All available. Okay, let's launch that. I don't want to spend too much time by upgrading roads. I mainly just want to find a good spot near the border where is some flat area. Yeah, here we are. Molna. Smaliazavka. That's a good spot. Just thought we have crashed there. So why do I think this is a good spot? Just because we can go for a town here straightforward. And we build this road, the main road for us, and you can hear the new sounds. But we are going here because we have power connection there too. So, what do we need? So we need the runway, of course. We're going to build the runway. That will be our runway. It's long, so we will build a 500-meter long runway only. We have no such planes which need much longer one. So that's the runway. Then we need some taxiways. And that will be more tricky. Let's go that way. Need to do some flattening there. Okay. So that's our taxiway. And that's basically our airport, so we need a road connection there too. Where is that? Airport road connection. Okay, we can do it here, probably. Like that. Yeah, that's our road connection to the airport. Fine, then we need a control tower. And we can put it right beside that road connection, just why not? And now we need an airport terminal like this. Where can we put that? I need to be careful about that terrain there. So let's do some flattening there too. So we need the terminal, and it can be somewhere there probably. Yeah. Don't have such a big planes, but no. So how I was testing this yesterday, so I know how it works. So you need a parking space for planes, and you need to build it in a way that it is connected to the terminal in a way. And that is not allowed, but that is allowed. And then you connect it to the taxiway. And basically this is too steep, incline, so let's go that way. So now those parking places became part of the terminal. But you cannot buy anything there. You can buy planes only if you place another parking place and connect it to the taxiway. And in that you can build or buy a... So what do I need next? I need power next, so let's build a transformer. So we need a power transformer, and we can have it probably there for now. Or maybe we need to make first these roads. Okay. That there, that connects there. Okay, that's another thing. Then we probably can have a bus platform next to this, because why not? Yes, that can be there. And we don't need something special here. And we can go connect that there. No, we still don't have power, but we will have that soon. So I want to place the power transformer, and it can be probably somewhere there. Just for sake of this. I'm not planning now anything, just connecting as fast as possible to have power. So don't expect something fancy now. But basically what do I want is to get some stuff up and running. Okay. So here we have the terminal, and we can make that there, we can make that there. Okay, so we need something special for those people. Which will give them a reason to come. So first of all, we need a city hotel there. That's the first thing we need in this town. Much more than any residential buildings, because why would we not have such a thing? Then we can build so what can we have next to that? Beach cafe bar is not appropriate, museum is not appropriate, and zoo and pyramid museum, palace of communism. So how can we set up this? As you can see, by doing audible, I'm doing things in a quite silly way. Because the order is far from being ideal. Yeah, but we have that airport now. And we need a town with some attractions. And here you can see there are tourists at the custom house. And they want to travel somewhere to see something. So let's go with this here now. Another bus platform somewhere there. It can be, and then we can build something for our workers. We can have a shopping center, and right, it can be okay. Well, let's do it in a proper way. I need a small, not slaughterhouse, a storage. So let's see, how can we place that storage? we need that. Yeah, that's that there. And then that's there. Okay, then we can get the cinema for them. Television station will not be so good for us for now. So let's get that cinema like there. Then get some sports in like there and there. Or maybe this is not well rotated, so you can hear the new sounds. Interesting can be. No, can I get rid? Yes, we got rid of that finally. Okay, so let's build some residentials then. But we will need some schools, so we can build a school here, like that. And then we need a kindergarten, and that can be like the first one. Then we need some residential buildings, because why not? So let's start with these. So one residential. It can be there, it can be there, it can be there, it can be there, and it can be there. So those are few workers. Not everyone is able to reach far now, but let's solve that too. Okay. The tricky part is if we cannot. Those are not the best. Okay, so can we reach? Yeah, all of them can reach now. But still, it would be nice to connect them. Yeah, we can. And we can connect that, but these are just a bit too close. So we cannot do anything about that. Okay, so next thing, we need a plane. And what do we have here? Okay. How much much? Oh, 500 meters. Really? 500 meters. I just nailed it. So 500 meters is the max length. Okay, so now let's build some attractions. No, I don't. I want to build this one for real. But maybe we can build that there. Okay, so this is without power supply. Okay, we will build you a power supply. Don't be afraid. We will do this. No, we need also a fire station, of course. We need one fire station, but not there. I don't like that place for fire station. It is much better to be there, and then we need a hospital, and that's much better to be somewhere like there. Okay, so I don't need that many workers there, and we don't need that many workers there. Okay, we can have about 50 or 20, and that is too much. There are visitors waiting because we don't have power, of course. We will solve that. Just wait a minute. Okay, so now we have power too. No, we don't. Because we need to turn on import mode. Oh, we don't need that much. 14 is enough. Okay, so that is working. I don't know what they get. Ooh, there is. So we have some. Okay, so we need a depot. Road we call depot. It can be like there. Then we need some fire trucks. So one else can be fine. Yeah, and the temperature really. No, it won't. I just forgot that I have seasons. Okay. So we can go with small heating plant, I guess. It should not be so much an issue. And it should be just enough. Nothing, no planning at all there. Oh, do we have any heat? No, we don't have any heat connection. But we will make one, of course. Okay, just need a pipe. Okay, that can be there. So then we need to deal with heating, of course. And so we need a parking lot. Oh, boombacklot.com. Welcome to the channel. Container tutorial system. I'm not sure. There are some tutorials work in progress currently, but I don't know which one are the priority. But if you want to know how it works, I did not play them, but it's not so difficult. I can explain that somehow in a reasonable way. It's not so difficult because mainly you need a container loading facility, and then you just bring resources which you want to containerize there. It's not officially dev stream, but it's close to that, as I have the permission from the developer to stream this. And I just building this to showcase. I don't want to stream too long. That's a early build of the last update, and it's not out yet. It's probably coming further. Okay, where should I see you? Yeah, this will come soon into internal test branch, and then it will come to beta test branch, and then it will come out, but it will take a while. Yeah. There is not the 40 megawatt hour wire yet for the... I was checking that. It's not there yet. So you need to wait. Because there are more things to be added, but now we are... So I need this parking lot there. I need to import some coal. And is it without workers? That's okay. We will get workers this pretty fast. Just give them some cars. And they should be okay. Now we should be able to get that running. So now let's get some buses. Now these can work. And now let's set up a line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's copy that. And let's go. Let's see how this will work. Then I need power for these to break, so we can have a substation there. Just a bit overkill, but I don't care too much. Just testing things out. Don't care about money. Yeah, if you want, I can show it. Just wait, I want to start that plane first. So we will go there. And then we will go to the Western countries, yes. And first stop unreachable. Why? Why it is unreachable? What's wrong? Maybe it is because we don't have any workers at that one. We need some workers in the tower. It will work. Let's see. Wait a minute though. I will say that we don't have enough workers either. Okay. And there we need some rolls to chuck in. Like there. And then like this, and this. Okay, those are working. There is expected rating in the shopping center too. Interesting. Not new game, just testing out, showcasing some stuff from the game. So, do we have not enough workers there still? How am I going to deal with that? Okay, let's build more residentials. It's all without planning, just playing. I want to get that up and running, and then we will see how it will work out. Okay, so now let's build some attractions just for fun. We can build that. And maybe we can build that here. Not very safe. I can build an autodrome. I don't think that's the good one. But we can have, yes, of course we can have that tower here on that hillside. Like there. But how can I make the road happen then? Because that's quite a steep one. Yeah, and now let's try to build that sightseeing tower. And of course it needs heating. Yes, but there are no helicopters yet. At least I did not see any. Yeah, of course I forgot that I need a gas station too. And And interestingly, this could happen to players easily whenever they play and build super fast. It is so easy to miss things. Now you can go, it's fine. So we have hotel stuff there, but I don't want much. I am fine with much less. So I'm not using any mods now. I can, because the folder with mods is available. But I don't use those mods now. Okay, so we have a sightseeing tower. Some guests are without service. So we need more cars, because that's the cheapest, or not the cheapest, but the simplest way how to do this. Okay, some cars there. Just give them cars and that will be fine. Because I want to launch that train. So do we have any tourists? No. Are there any tourists? Yes. Passengers waiting there? Yes. Yeah, I can, but just want that plane to take off. Yeah, now it goes because that is working. There is one worker inside. Great. So we have the plane moving. And it stopped because there is no worker or something else. What's wrong with you? Okay, that just doesn't work. So let's do some adjustments. Remove that taxiway, and rebuild it. Good to know we can remove that. So probably that was the issue. Yes. And we need that one. That one. Yes, now it should work. Okay, we have heating, we have firefighters, some. We can have another bus. Oh, the box, it will be... Yes, it is for tourism, so... But what do we need now? So let's build some attractions, and that's... We can have a zoo, for example, here. It will be a tricky point. We can have a zoo. Then we can have a carousel too, like somewhere there. Like next to the hotel. A cafe, bar. That's not a good spot. And that's not a good spot there either. Republic Theatre. Oh. Let's do that. One Republic Theatre, where it was. This is the Republic Theatre. I need flat terrain, we will solve that. Oh, we can fit that. Okay, we have some attractions there. There are wolves and bears. Oh, it's a tiger. A small one, but zoo park. Yeah, and where's the plane? I guess where it traveled far away. So currently you cannot see lines here, but you can find the vehicle here. Or no, because I don't have it. Because I sold it. So let's go for... It's not the one I wanted. I want that Tupolev 154. Go there and then go there and just start and move and go. One thing worth mentioning is that I don't know how long it takes for... Sure, somehow, maybe that can happen. And there is the issue again. For some reason that just okay, that does not work for some reason. I don't know why. So let's test this one. Will this work, or there is something wrong? Okay, that is not working either. Okay, some reason it does not work, but it was working because I was testing this last night. But let's test it again. Let's give it another try. Let's go there and leave. So there is something wrong with connection. There is some issue with connection. That means it can be tricky. Okay, let's change the strategy then. Just a bit. No, it is unreachable. It should be. Yes, it is. Now let's see if we can make that tuple also working. And that, and go. But it cannot reach. What's the reason behind that? So this is why things are... No, the train that cannot back up. There is something wrong with this setup. Because as I mentioned yesterday, it worked fine. But today it refuses. For some strange reasons, it refuses to work. And of course it would be nice to have so that can leave, but it cannot enter for some reason that parking spot. What's the problem? What's the problem here? There is some problem, but what is the problem? Why are we stuck here? Why? All things happening here. Why are these here stuck? We have a huge traffic jam because of that, what I've done. Again, don't know why did this happen. But even we have only 2, we need more. More workers, please. How many workers do we need? Don't have enough workers, or what's the problem here? Yeah, that's the problem. I forgot about this. 10 is enough. We need some ambulances, of course. The school would be okay, just go for 10 for now. It can work at full. So what's the problem? We don't have enough workers at the control tower, or what? No, there are enough dispatchers now. Not to be an issue. Really hard to tell how it is possible. Okay, so let's remove that. Let's demolish that. And let's test it again. Rebuild that whole facility, and we will see how it will work then. Because for some reason it just refuses to work. Okay, let's do it that way. So we need an airport terminal. Something like that. There. And I don't think that is going to work well. Because we are too close, in my opinion. Again, let's test that again. New plane, this one. Now let's go there and leave and go, and let's see if it will work finally. Now it works, so it was not built well. Okay, so we have one plane, so let's buy another one, and that will go there, and let's go. It should bring in some tourists. Do we have any? Yes, we have some tourists in that. I would say plenty of them. Okay. You can see it fly. Just slow down to normal speed. And let's have a better look just from the control towers. Yeah, it just acts a bit weird because I made that runway a bit short. Now the other one should start. Or it left already. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, they can be stuck. Yeah, that's just a test build. It's nothing serious. I will build a different airport in my real map. So what I mentioned, here we have some bauxite. And bauxite mine, where is it? Like here. Then we need one processing, okay. Then we need an alumina plant. And then we need an aluminium plant. And how to connect that, like there. So that's the complete aluminium supply chain that has 95% of quality. Quite interesting, good enough. I cannot get below those, but and go below that. and then I need one power plant here. Just go with that one. Then just go with. Actually, it is enough to have 4. That one. That one. That one to that one. Then we will need some medium voltage. Like there. So this should be operating now. Almost. Yeah. So that's just for the showcase. So container. Here we have a good plateau. So let's go into this. So we have the container loading facility. And you can do basically this. You build a container loading facility somewhere. You can connect to that container loading facility other facilities like road, and you can put a cargo station connect to it. But you can load it directly, but you can connect that cargo station. Then another thing which you can connect can be found in engineering industry, and that is the space for vehicles containers, which is this one here. It can be also used as a station, but you can also use train cargo station in this case and connect that to the container loading like that. Not working very well now, but I don't know if you get the idea. You can have this, for example, here connected to both like that. Then we need the road connections just to have them. And there, then there. Then we need some power to bring in. That will be a bit more difficult, so we will go with a simple substation and medium voltage wires for now, like there. Not trying to build something fancy. Yes, there. So what the container law, you don't need forklifts. If you have direct connection between buildings, you don't need forklifts. So in this case, you can have connected warehouse to that also, but what happens, I just build a some workers are needed there, of course. Let's have them right there. And then I need one vehicle depot to have some transportation, and then I need a warehouse just to have some place to transport from. So now I buy one covered hall like that, and I order it to wait a minute. Let's make some auto build, auto buys, so we can have electronics there, we can have alcohol there and chemicals there. Let's auto build that just for So load, unload, and go. So what the container loading facility does is that there are workers, and those workers will pack everything you bring into that facility or the connected storages into containers. Now of course I will need another thing to build. And I will use the container unloading facility there. Just for... It's similar to the other one. Yeah. And see, now there is a container, and in that container we cannot see concretely what is there. Well, that's not the container. Where are those containers? So in the container loading facility, workers pack everything into containers. There is not enough stuff to fill one single container, so we need to wait till more of that is brought in. When I buy some... that's the new Romanian truck, I guess. Because there will be some Romanian vehicles added. And so I need an open hull, because containers can be transported on those. And some good one. That can make the job done. Okay, so currently there are no containers yet, but you can see there are. Oh, and we need to set container type, so we go for 20. And we can have red ones, why not? What else do we need to? Nothing there. So you need to have sufficient amount of materials there, but as you bring in enough materials, everything which is in the warehouse, like it's slowly, but really slowly bringing in more and more. Oh, because lots of those materials can fit into our hull. Let's get a bigger one, why not? You just take it quite a while to finish the job. And so as you bring in more stuff, it should be loaded slowly into containers, but there is not enough for that yet. Yeah, but I can speed the things up. Yeah, and here you see there is one container already, and in that container there is electronics. It is filled with electronics. And that container can then be loaded onto flatbed trucks or flatbed trains. And we need that one here. Unfortunately we don't have juice. Let's go have that. So then you can go and, for example, load those containers, bring them into container unloading facility, or bring them to customs and sell them. If you bring them into container unloading facility, then they will be unpacked. You see there is the truck, 2 containers on it. It goes to container unloading facility, it unloads the containers, and the container unloading facility unloads the stuff from those containers. There is electronics currently and chemicals. And this way you can use those materials. You can store materials which are in surplus for you, and then transport them by single type of vehicle. You don't need more to use multiple vehicles, just use a distribution office and bring those containers. You can bring them also to harbor, container loading harbor, and load them all on a ship and send abroad. I think this is an idea mainly good for exports, because you can export any surplus you have by using a certain kind of trucks. So the container loading facility loads stuff which can be stored in a warehouse into containers, and if you look at that, then one truck can take more containers than one trailer truck can usually. Like now we are transporting 5.9 tons, 5.8 tons, or no, it's 5.9 tons of chemicals in a single container. And if you want to load that into covered hull truck, just look, this can take 6 tons. But the similar truck can load 2 containers. And that way you can transport more materials at once. It's more compact. And you can, for example, use trains then and bring all those materials by single train to the customs or to the harbor and load them into a ship. Ooh. That's interestingly looking structure. So these buildings are something I'm not going to build anytime soon. Too much, not running into it, because just look at that amount of chemicals needed to run them. Like this is going to provide, this one mine can provide enough raw bauxite for this bauxite processing plant, and this can provide enough bauxite for alumina plant. And that can provide enough aluminum oxide. No, it cannot. You need 2 of these to supply 1 of that. So making aluminium is super expensive. But I can show this thing here too. Where is it? So we go to airplane production line, just to showcase how much a plane can cost, for you to know it is not a cheap thing to make planes. Now my strategy for these container loading facilities is just to use them for exports mainly, or to cover big distances, because you can use less trucks or single train. You don't need to set percentages, you just transport what is. there as a surplus. There are some modders who made containers for liquids, and the developer mentioned me that there is possible to make container also for steel or similar stuff. Yeah, we will need that there, so let's see, let's go back. Price level, no visitors. Accommodated tourists, that's great, we have tourists there. We have someone there, not some guests without service. Of course there are without service, or there are no guests at all. Now there should be guests. Yeah, of course in my map I will build much bigger airport than this. Not everyone is happy, because these guys are not happy as they don't have even a shop available for them. But now we can serve them a bit, just not to kill them so fast. And we can offer them a pub too. Can be there. Oh, that takes a while to build. Just to see the price tag here. Vehicle production line takes. It costs 200,000 rubles. This costs, train production line costs 300,000. Dry dock costs 200, but this costs 540. So that's double, more than double the price of vehicle production line. And how cheap it is to build a plane. So here you have it. Yeah, we don't have any parking areas first, we need those. Because it's the way how it works. And you need this to be connected to runway then by taxiways, but now there are 2 western and 6 eastern. And here you can see the cost. So to build one Tupolev 104 costs about 9,977 work days, 30 tons of aluminum, mechanical components, some steel. But the Tupolev 154 costs 13,057 work days, 38 tons of aluminum, some mechanical electronics, etc. Oh, that means 13,000 days. If I pause the game and go into that and place another production line just to show, okay, it takes 24,000, almost 25,000 days to build the train production line. If I can find a good flat area here, probably not. Takes 14,000 days, almost 15,000 days to build, and the vehicle production line takes slightly over 10,000 years, 10 work days. or shifts or workdays to build, yes. So it's not cheap at all, by any means. And I need to find out how can I incorporate tourism into my own republic, because that's something we don't have yet. And as I built my runway just slightly to 500 meters, that means these are turning. Okay, let's build that to make the runway longer. Yeah, so that's I think everything I wanted to show in this stream, and I hope we can get into something more serious soon. Because as I mentioned, it can be released for internal testing next week. From the first sight, it does not make too much sense. But here you can see this year I made about almost a million rubles through tourism, so it can be a good source of money for early start, or you can go quite clean because you don't need too much industries for that. So maybe it seems to be quite not so useful at first sight, but it can serve as a valid strategy to get money. Because to be able to, that is almost a million in half a year, so you can make millions in a year, and especially if you can build all those structures and you can provide your own food, your own alcohol and power, that can be quite profitable and even fun if that gets finished. So that's not so bad in my opinion, it makes good money. And that was just a quick test. Because basically you provide these facilities and your own workers can use that too. Because these facilities are not there only for tourists. They are there also for your own workers as free time activities. I don't know which stat they boost. Probably they boost wait a minute, we need to do this. This year. Now, just look at this. This is a Republic Theater. It can give. But I need to verify that information first, because I don't know. This stuff is new, so I did not verify, but you can have also library or theater which is modded. not only cinemas. But in vanilla game you have only this cinema, but now you have other structures too. And I don't know what they give. Is simply you just do this, you take the heating line. This is not the heating line, this is the heating line. You take the pipe next to the you need to get it 2 times into height using E, and by Q you bring it down 1 step. So if you have it 2 times height, you can pass over roads and rails. Nothing difficult by that, and it is not only for pipes. That mechanic works also for bridges. If you are building a bridge, you raise it by QE, then you have that, and then by Q you go down and you have a bridge. That way with a ramp and another. Yes, they can. I never tested that thoroughly, but they should be able to get under bridges. Probably should get a test somewhere, but how? The best place to have a bridge for that kind is here. So let's build an tie-dock bridge. No, I don't go for that. Like that. Like that is the bridge. Now we need a harbor for ships. Let's go with a medium. And then we need what we need. A ship dock, yeah. There is the place. I see it. So let's buy a ship like that kind and go that way and go. It's without power, but it should not be so much an issue. Yeah, of course, you just don't have power. We will solve that soon. How we do this? let's go import mode, and now it should be able to go. And see, it went under the bridge. Now, can we do that with a bigger one? Okay, this is... so we need something big. Yeah, that will do. So let's test this out now. Just now I have an opportunity to test things out without any serious planning, just to build and see how things happen. So let's build a big ship. Cobalt cargo ship. Can you... Oh, okay. Okay. I think that will be a bit glitchy, but... Okay then, that bridge is not high enough. So let's deal with that. Let's test raise the bridge. No. Okay, that's not high enough. No, it's not working either. So let's test it as possible. No, that's not working either. Yeah, you need to have high enough bridge and any ship can pass below. See, I intentionally bought this one, which is quite high, and now it can go under the bridge. But you need to have enough clearance under the bridge for the ship to be able to pass. There is a fjord style map in the workshop. Okay, that's tested somewhat. Were there any other things I wanted to test? Nothing new there. Nothing new there. Yeah, I wanted to see some. Okay, that should be it then. That was quick test. And there should be some additional info about taxiway. How fast can vehicles drive there? Oh, wow, really? No. Really? Guys, that's new. Do you see that? Yeah, can be, but you know, that's something new which was not there. There was a price of oil going down. So see that? Those are the global events. So let's have a quick look at oil. Price this year, oil. Oh, and that's the drop. You can see that there. Interesting. This is really interesting then. Some people asked for such things, so now they will have that. I don't know if it is a random event or something else. Yes, that will. Especially those oil rats. I just want to export oil at all costs. That's a good one. I like this. So the health is pretty well yet. So you need to have a strong. I don't know what everything can be affected, to be honest. I don't know what they implemented in this case, but that was a good one. And this looks really interesting here. Yeah, maybe. So let's go back to my normal map, because that's important that I can without issues load my standard map. I am playing on the beta version of the game in 8.2.29 version, or it is 8.29 just 0.8.29, yes. And it works. That's the best part of that. I have the default map, of course. It is quite well developed already. And I was checking if there are the deposits, and there is the bauxite available. That was the main point I needed. So there is bauxite there, but obviously I'm not going to use that deposit there, but there is another deposit here, just in this area. And I'm going to utilize that, of course, because it will be quite close to another main area later. So I don't need to build a lot of infrastructure. But I can have bauxite mine here, pretty well placed, close to 100%. Yeah, that is. And just imagine, that was hard start. Because the game settings are these. Only thing which was changed, which was not there at the beginning, was seasons. And fires were normal first, because I just don't like that I have that much notifications about fires, and I want to bring it back to normal too again. But over all the time I have only 3 buildings burned down. And if you look at how much I am able to make in 1 year, it is just by exporting chemicals, steel, electronics, mechanical components. I am able to make over 100 millions per year. A few years ago it was only 50 million. And in the beginning I was glad when I reached 1 million per year. But I don't need that money that much. I use it only for buying vehicles, because I built everything by construction offices, cutting off all expenses step by step. And currently my imports are quite limited this year. Last year just some meat, food and electronics, because I built a new shop. So we are heading to self-sufficiency. And here you can even see how much is the overall production in the Republic per year. But I need power plant, so that will be the focus. And with bauxite available, we will use that deposit there, as we are quite close to a big town, which is not there yet, but it will. The terrain is not so bad, so we should be able, we will have power close by. I don't have any such statues. I just did not make too much decorations yet. I only planted some trees in this town and maybe some trees in the other town, but I don't like those statues. But I like those monuments which are there now. And I need to find a way how to incorporate tourism into my system. There are no tourists there, because I have some plans for that. There are no tourists there yet, but there will be. I wanted to build an airport somewhere there, because I was expecting it will need a huge runway. But currently that runway does not need to be that big. And it can easily fit into this area too, but I don't want to overcrowd. Yeah, coming soon, but it should not change too much. You can play as you played and you don't need to hurry into tourism, you don't need to hurry into airports. You just can enjoy what you already have. Look, this map I have several mods here and there is no issue with that. Because those are mainly just buildings. Because I have those executables downloaded from the repository and I use those, but as you can see, the game already found the mods which I have in my Steam folder, so it works. I did not install any special and there is another new thing, and that is building editor. I don't know how that works, but that should be... How can we use the building editor? Let's see the cheat mode. What is in cheat mode? Okay, how can we use that building editor? Well, probably there are no buildings in the folder. But that's new too. You should be able to edit buildings which you are going to make mods. But as you can see, there are plenty of buildings which are modded and they still work. No issue with that. It's mainly about keeping no sounds for some buildings yet. You just need to keep your folder with mods somewhere as backup if some mod is removed from the Steam workshop. Then you can place it into mods work in progress and then it will work. But here is a problem. Because that seems that cars are becoming stuck for some reason in this. Oh. That's something worth mentioning. Okay, that's somewhat buggy. Yeah, but as I mentioned, the aluminium industry will be expensive. No, I don't yet. I use some trams. I have a tram circle in this town. But I will use trolleybuses sooner or later. They just were not suitable for any of my towns yet. Because here I have quite a long tram circle. And I cannot use them in this town because there's the power plant. And if there is a power plant that you don't want to supply workers to power plant by trolleybuses. Yeah, I have some. I am planning to have a cableway here to supply workers into coal mines, and then I have another cableway here bringing workers from this town to these coal mines, and as you can see they are pretty successful in that. This is the default map which is available in the game from the very beginning. But it is a bit more difficult to play because the terrain is not flat and you need to adjust yourself. Because as you can see, that's not super flat area here. That's not super flat area there. And probably I can use this train to have a showcase from first person view how that looks like. Yeah, probably we will have some frame drops in this case, but nothing I can do about that. Just don't know why I have only 10 FPS in this. And this can be best way how you can figure out the mechanics. Oh, I have 20,000 only. But it is maybe because of it's a test build. I have about 20 FPS on normal build. So there can be something causing this. I think my computer should be able to handle about 100-200,000 workers. Yeah, but this is different. Just look at that sky. I don't remember this view there before. Huh. That sky is different, I guess. It's a low FPS here, just 8. Don't know why this is happening. We should have nothing running, which... But maybe it can be because the game is not like installed. I'm just running it from a folder. But this train should have a trip all around my map. A bit I don't like these roads, how they look like, because they are so bumpy. Yes, I don't build any other because I don't want to risk refueling issues. And it is not so expensive to build if you have your own electronic components. Even if you don't, the most expensive part is steel. And I started to build my railroad only after I get the steel mill. So I imported steel only until I get the steel mill, and after I get the steel mill I imported coal to get steel for a while. Oh, and then there are different colors. Yeah, but yeah, there's the stuck train. I forgot about it. And this needs to get home. Yeah, that was the crash. It's a simple crash. Why? Because I had the other train. Yeah, I had the other train also chosen. Yeah, that's the standard version. Yeah, you can find my channel on YouTube. There are all the streams slowly recorded too. But I want to check if there are frame drops, because now I'm running the standard version of the game. No mods. No mods. So do we have so low frame rates here too? It doesn't seem to be the case. No, it has much more FPS. And I need to change that. My YouTube channel, wait a minute. Here is the link. Here's the link. I will try to make some different content too. So what do you mean big setup? It's just step-by-step setup. I started in the corner, as here is the map. I started in this part and slowly I am progressing, and yeah, that's something. And the most important part, it is all these rails are built by railroad construction offices. Not a single piece is built by auto build. But you need to plan ahead such. And if you would look back into my streams, I spent hours by thinking about it. How can I make this work? Because there are quite complicated areas like this. But the most complicated area is here. There are several tunnels and then it goes into this. And now I am working on this area here. Yeah, we are advancing, but I'm not able to advance because I need that nuclear reactor now. And so here we are. I decided to have 4 rails because 2 will serve passenger lines and then the other 2 will go for cargo lines, and there will be another branch. There are some branches, there will go another branch around. So there is a lot to do, and as you can see, there is aluminum in this area, so we will expand into that too. I wanted to build a airport somewhere there. 1960. So we are 47 years in currently. And as you can see, those yellow are all farms, or not farm, fields. So quite a lot of agriculture there. Like there are some mega farms, these 2. Mega farms can produce about over 10,000 tons per year. Because I have seasons on, so. And then there are some medium ones. This is small one, this is a medium, this is a medium farm, and then there are 2 medium farms too. For my size they are mediums. And slowly we are building up, and here you can see how many workers there are. Only 22,000. So I have 42,000 population currently. And we have almost everything, but not power, because I have only 2 power plants and they cannot support more structures than they are supporting now, so I need that nuclear power plant next. And that will be in tomorrow's stream, because we will continue the construction of these facilities here and begin the construction of this town here with medical university, and now I can slowly prepare for the update. I'm not going to use that yet because I don't think it is stable enough. These are just waiting. Yeah, there need to be a chain signal there. And there can be that kind of signal. Yeah, and if you consider that this took about, if we are in 47 years and 47 times 6, we are about at 300 hours only. But no fast forwarding, no auto build. I just take my time and build everything on my own. We have all the resources for construction, all the workforce, and big plans. Okay then, so let's exit and end the stream, and thank you all for watching. I'm going to have a rest because I want to stream tomorrow afternoon or in the evening. I will see how it will go, because there is also some work to do. So thank you again, and I hope that was good to see what is coming, and soon we will see that in the game. Good night and bye.